Okay, so as yesterday we have seen list, now let's move ahead and see tuple set dictionary. So please see all the properties you have got familiarized to this yesterday only. Okay, so let me explain tuple heterogeneous it accept, duplicates it accepts, insertion is preserved, data type is immutable, right? It means you cannot store, you cannot modify the elements of a tuple from the same address. And in tuple, it can have both mutable and immutable elements. Okay, so since insertion order is preserved, indexing and slicing is possible. So more or like all the functionalities of list and tuple looks like same, just that symbol instead of square we use normal braces, and then tuple elements cannot be modified. Okay, so that is the difference, but actually technical difference, still we have some more points. First we'll try to see some hands-on on tuple quickly, and then we'll get back to the actual differences between list and tuple. Okay, so let me proceed with some programs. Done, getting. Okay, so let's see tuple creations. So how do we represent tuple? Using with the normal braces, right? So this is empty tuple. Just check type of it, is it tuple or not. Control S F5. Yes, it is empty tuple, and class of tuple it is showing. Okay, so print len of tpl, control S F5. Okay, so length of the tuple is 0 as we have not given any elements. Fine. So in what the other way we can able to create tuple? You have a tuple function, call it print tpl1, right? Obviously it is also type of tuple, right? Can you see empty tuple it is showing up, right? Okay, so hetero hetero and duplicates both I'm going to show in one line, since you got introduced to these concepts yesterday. So let me show points in one example only. So this is duplicate. Now hetero 3 plus 4j, right? And tuple can also store immutable, okay, and mutable as well. Okay, mutable anyways it will store. I'm just trying to show possibilities of mutable objects also we can store in tuple. Okay, so tpl of 2. So control S F5. So what is that you have understood? You can store immutable elements. You can store mutable elements. Duplicates are accepted, right? And of course heterogeneous, right? So these are all ways you can able to create tuple. Okay, instead of showing multiple examples, I have shown all in one example only, right? Like if list, you can also enlarge this. Okay, so tuple creations. Now let's see tuple indexing. Okay, so I would like to show all things in one program only, because like list only we are going to see different tuples. So let's say 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50, right? So print of TPL of 0, how much it will display? Control S F5, so 10. Okay, so let me give a print statement for the difference so that you'll understand every horizontal line is one program. Now print of, to print 50, what I should give? TPL of TPL1 of 0 1 2 3 4, index 4 is 50. So you all understood? Yeah, you all understood indexing is very much possible for tuples, right? So let's proceed. Now tuple slicing. Okay, so let's perform slicing on the same tuple TPL1. Okay, I want 20 and 40. How should I do? 20 and 40. TPL1 of 20 means 20 index is 1 colon, 40 index is 3. So you have to put 3 plus 1 4 colon. And okay, if I put only this, what I will get? What I'll get? 20 30 40, right? 20 30 40 is what I am getting. So if I want only 20 and 40 means TPL1 of same index of 20 is 1 till it has to process 40 means put index of 50, that is 4, but you want alternate numbers, put 2, correct? So that's how you can also process slicing. So slicing is very much possible for tuples. Okay, right, just take this, we'll do another program. If you are done, just ping me. Okay, so control N, control S, so TPL2. Okay, let me put this aside. Those who wants to take can take still. Okay, so working with tuple. Okay, same example of yesterday. Sum of tuple elements. Okay, so I'm just taking tuple as like TPL is equals to, just to take some random numbers. Okay, simple. So same total is equals to 0 for I in. So work tuple, to process tuple we use again for loop for I in TPL tot is equals to tot plus I, right? Come out and print a total. So it will give sum of list of elements. 225 is the sum for tuple elements. Okay, right, now let's also see nested tuple concept. Okay, small examples I'm giving because all these examples you have seen thoroughly in list. So all those things are possible for tuple. That's the reason we are checking up with some small examples. Okay, so 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma, okay, 40, right? So tuple in tuple is nothing but called nested tuple, right? For I in TPL, for J in I, print J, print J, and end variable is equals to open and close. So give a space so that it will print a new line. Okay. So control S F5. Can you see that 10, 20, 30, 40 displayed in the form of matrices? So basically nested tuple operations, like couple of for loops you have to use and you have to fetch it, right? So nested for loops is nested tuple is possible. Okay, right. Now let me proceed with tuple is immutable, right? Tuple is immutable. So just take 3 4 programs I'm mixing up in one program. So while practicing, you practice as separate programs. Okay, so tuple is immutable, right? So what is that? Immutable means elements cannot can't be modifiable. Elements can't be modifiable. Okay, so is it so? Let me check. So my I'm taking T as my tuple. Let me put 10, 20, okay, 20, true, let's say Python, right? Now let's say true. Right, this is a small tuple I have taken. Okay, so print T. It is printing the tuple. Okay, right. Now let us try to do some modification. Okay, so instead what you can also do is, okay, there is a mechanism you can store tuple elements into individual uh, immutable variables. Like, let me show you. var1 comma var2 comma var3 comma var4. Okay, so this is equal, so you can put a T. Okay, so what is happening here, you see there are 4 variables I have taken at the left side and I'm equating with a T. What is this T, sir? T is a tuple. So then what will happen, you just check print of var1. Okay, right. Okay, let me make it as like float. Now type of var1, control S F5. What happened, first element has gone and sat in the first variable var1. So likewise you see var2 comma type of var2. So we are not doing any modification here, rather we are storing the tuple elements in individual variables, right? So print var4 comma type of var4. All good, sir. Okay, so control S F5. You can see int, float, str and bool. These are the 4 different type of elements I have taken in my tuple, right? Okay, now what I am going to do now is I will try to modify tuple element. Okay, so what is T of, so print T of 2, print T of 2. What is that? T of 2 is Python. Am I right or wrong? Because T of 0 is 10, T of 1 is 20.24, T of 2 is Python. Okay. Sir, I want to remove Python and I want to put Java. This is nothing but called modification of your tuple, right? Yes or no? Some value you are changing from some one element value you are trying to change. Okay. T of 2 is equals to, let's put Java. Okay. So let us execute this line. Control S F5. What it is saying, you please see, you please observe what it is saying. Tuple object does not support item assignment, right? So what do you mean by that? So an error also in T of 2 is equals to Java line. Okay, and what type of error it is? Type error. Type error, what kind of concept we call this as? Exception. Type error is an exception class. So basically concept is, you are not supposed to, or you are not allowed to modify tuple elements. Why, sir? Because it is immutable in nature. Okay, so that is what the point you have to understand. So error, fine. So just take this. I'll just give 1 minute, take it. Done. Okay, so let's proceed. Control N, Control S, TPL 3. Okay, so now let's proceed with our uh, okay. So tuple, see tuple points. Okay, you can store all points. Tuple store. I'm not giving actually. I'm telling to you. Tuple can store duplicates. Okay, tuple can store uh, hetero. Okay, so we can give tuple in these braces. Okay, we can use tuple. We can create tuple using tuple uh, function. So likewise, I want you to create some 7-8 points about tuple by seeing that a table. Okay, because those points only will people stress in interviews. Okay, it can be any of the point out of which all. Okay, so you please create notes on by your own. The moment when you try to create notes on by your own, your 100% mind will be in functioning. Okay, so please do that. Now tuple methods, tuple methods. So yesterday in list we have seen a dozen of almost nearly 10, 11 methods we have seen in what? Tuple. Okay, so let us go ahead and see our tuple methods first in help tuple, right? This is how you have to work. Help tuple, Control S F5. So squeezed 78 lines. For list, it was showing 3-digit lines, right? 212 or 112 number of lines. For tuple, it has got less number of lines. Forget about these special methods. These are not the methods. The special methods will execute internally and perform some operation and give for us, right? So methods which you can perform in front of it is, right? It will be like this without underscore underscore. So tell me how many methods tuple of tuple class is showing for us? Count and index. Only these two, count and index. Correct. So, but for the list, yesterday you have seen, but let me try to show once again. Okay, Control S. But see, yes, list it is showing 128, right? So list module you see, come down, you see multiple clear, copy, count, extend, index, insert. Like there are few more, right? There are few more. Pop, remove. These are the number of methods what we could see in list. But when it comes to tuple only count and index. Okay, so straight likewise by using help of class name you can able to find out the class properties uh, in Python. Okay, so what you have understood now, tuple methods. Just take tuple is immutable. We cannot change elements of tuple once it is assigned. Once it is assigned, correct? Once it is assigned. Okay. Therefore, we have only two methods, two methods that tuple object can call. The tuple object can call. Okay. So what are those two methods? Just now you have seen. Let me highlight them. Count returns the occurrence of elements of tuple. Next, one second, my headset has fallen. One second. Okay, next one, index. My voice is clear. Return index of an element. Okay, index of an element. Only just take these points. Only two methods we have for tuple. Okay, so I'll tell you whenever you are facing somebody questions on tuple. Okay, tell me list methods. You'll give list of list methods, and can tell me tuple methods. If you give only two people, will ask you only two methods you have in tuple, not like list. We don't have many methods in tuple. Okay, don't you think insert will work? Don't you think pop will work in tuple? Okay, likewise people will try to pull your leg. Okay, so you have to stick to the point saying that tuple is immutable, so you cannot do multiple operations on tuple. That's the reason there are only basic methods which says count and which can find index. Only these two are the methods which tuple has got, sir. If you want, you can go and check, type help of tuple in your idle. That itself will show you the answer. Okay, with confident enough you have to tell that. Okay, right? Okay, now let me just do as part of methods example. Let's operate these two methods and we'll proceed. Okay, so right, I'm just commenting this because it will show lot many lines, but you have to execute in your systems and test it now. So just take my tuple is equals to simple 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? Okay, so print t, print, what is that? Count of 2, sorry, 20, print count of 30, print index of 40. Okay, print index of 10. Control S F5. What happened? Sorry, we have to add t. I'm sorry, my bad, my mistake. I have to, these are all methods, not functions. So you have to call it with the tuple object. Here t is the tuple object. Sorry, Control S F5. Can you see that? 2140 is the answer. Let me go back. See, 2. Yeah, count of 20 is 2 times it is came. Okay, 1. Count of 30 is 1. Okay, index of 40 is 4 and index of 10 is 0. Video got stuck. Hey guys, my audio video is working fine. Are you facing any challenge? Can you please ping me? Can you please ping me? All good. I want everybody to type. I know few people are sleeping, but please get up. All fine. So Satya, you have to check your connection. Okay, I'm unlocking. If you want, you can log out and log in once again. Thank you all. Thank you all. Okay, so just take this program as like tuple methods. That itself, it is only count and index. There are no more methods present for tuple. Just take this. Simple program only. Let okay. So let's proceed with understanding uh, difference between what are the differences. This is the very popular and famous question. What are the differences between tuple and list? Okay, or the other way people will ask, when we prefer to use tuple and when we prefer to use list. Okay, so these are the questions which you have to understand. Okay, so let me highlight differences. Okay, let me highlight differences. Right, so you have to understand every point here. Now the very first difference, what you can give to me, tell me, as per your existing knowledge, as per the table, at least as per the table, tell me. List is mutable, correct? And what is tuple? Tuple is mutable or immutable? Tuple is immutable. As far as list and tuple differences, this is the first point which everybody can able to recognize, I feel. Am I right or wrong? Correct. Okay, now let us go ahead and see the other differences. uh, Fine, one second. This is set. I will show in a while. set can take Set can take tuple in it. Okay, whereas your set cannot take list in it. Okay, are you understanding? This is wrong, this is wrong, and this is right. This is a set object, right? set can take Set elements are only, set elements can be only immutable. Okay, so set will not take mutable elements. Okay, set will not take mutable elements. So what is the point you can understand in terms of set? The difference between list and tuple, what you can do, what you can write is, right? So tuple we can use in set, but list we cannot use in set. Am I right? Just write down that point. In in set we cannot use list. In set we can use tuple. Okay, this is one difference. Okay, right. Now let me give another difference. Okay, whenever you create a dictionary, okay, whenever you create a dictionary, obviously you will get a dictionary object gets create. Okay, and how does dictionary object elements get stored, sir? We should not call dictionary object as like elements. We should call dictionary objects as like items. Okay, these are key value pairs. I hope you know dictionary object means it contains key value pairs. So you see this is first key. So you'll keep on write key value pairs, right? Okay, now this is a dictionary object, dict object, and here is what you will give your keys, and here is what you will give your values. Okay, right. So what all you can put in keys? You can put a different objects, different object data type objects you will put. Okay, so and what all you will put in values? Values also we can put different objects, correct? Okay, what is the difference? Let me tell you. See, you can put this object as like key, you can put this object as like key. One second. Okay, you can put any object in the key, but the concept is what? Concept is what? Keys must be keys must be immutable objects only. Okay, keys must be immutable objects only, right? Okay, then how about values? Values can be immutable as well as mutable. Okay, means what? This can be a list object. Okay, this can be a list object. Okay, this can be a str object. Okay, you can go list str. Okay, anything you can put in the value side, but key side what we have to go only int or float. Okay, or str or tuple. Tuple is also key, right? So now the point comes here. You see, in the dictionary key side you can put tuple. Okay, you cannot put list. Am I right or wrong? In the dictionary I'm talking about key side. Okay, in the dictionary, in the key side you can put tuple but not list. Why? Because keys does not accepts mutable elements. Okay, this is there in the table also, but I with the diagrammatically I'm showing for your clarity, right? So what is the point you can write here? In dict in dict mm, we cannot put list as key. Okay, right. Now in tuple, sorry, in dict we can put tuple as key. We can put tuple as key. Am I right? Am I right? But this sentence is not over. Please come here and observe my diagram once again. Sir, you said you can put a tuple in key, right? In place of key for the dictionary, you can put a tuple, you said. Sir, can I put this kind of tuple? Which kind of tuple? S2 kind of tuple. Can I put S2 kind of tuple? What is so speciality about S2 tuple? Sorry, S2 is a here set, no? Let me go ahead and create another tuple. Okay. So T1 is one tuple. Okay. My T1 has got 20, 30, 10, 20, 30. T2 is another tuple. Okay, T2 has got 10 comma 20 as well as 1 comma 2 list. Okay, now you please observe what is the difference between T1 and T2 tuple. So T1 tuple, all elements are immutable, all are immutable for T1. When it comes to T2, it contains both. It contains both because list is also present in T2. Am I right? A tuple which contains mutable elements. Okay, a tuple which contains mutable elements is not supposed to store in the dictionary as key. Okay, so this will not work as a key in the dictionary, whereas T1 will work as key in the dictionary. Understanding my point? Sir, you have stored a mutable element in tuple, no? So this kind of tuples you cannot put in key. Okay, only T1 you can put. Okay, if you try to put T2, it will give error. Okay, so T2 is wrong. You cannot put T2. T1 is fine. I hope you are clear, right? So what is the point? What the point I have to write is in dict we can put tuple as key provided provided all tuple elements must be immutable. Provided all tuple elements must be immutable, right? If a tuple contains list or if a tuple contains a set or dictionary, you are not supposed to use that tuple as like a key in the dictionary. Okay, so that's what one of the difference between list and tuple. Okay, right, just give me a minute. Okay, right. Now let me try to tell you. See, so applying like syntactically where we can put list, where we can not put tuple is what you have understood, right? Okay. Now basically, when we use list means okay, applying iterations on list of objects takes actually very large time, longer time. See, just write down. So applying iterations on list objects takes long time. So counter to this is applying iterations on tuple object takes less time. Sir, why, sir? You have to technically understood and you have to understand this point, last point. See, list object is mutable object. Mutable object means you can uh, the provision for use you can modify your elements, right? So whereas tuple objects are standard, the moment when you give some values, you know what, for interpreter there is no tension of modifying the elements. Okay, so technically if you really understand, obviously list object is heavyweight. Okay, list object is heavyweight, as like more amount of energy has to give, interpreter has to give for list to focus, more amount of focus needs to be given by interpreter to the list object, right? Because at any point in time you may ask for modification, so it has to do modifications, right? That tension is not there for tuples. Okay, so with that understanding, what is the point is your anything you are performing on list, your interpreter will take lots of time. Okay, anything you're trying to perform on tuple, your interpreter will take lesser time. Okay, so for interpreter, from interpreter perspective, okay, it will feel happy if you work with the tuples only. Okay, because less burden on it, right? Okay, so one last difference you take, see where I have to use lister. This is what the point comes in. Okay, out the above points are all like technically with syntax differences you have seen, 1 2 3, right? Where exactly we have to use list. Okay, so if the frequent operation is insertion and deletion, then we prefer list. Okay, if the frequent operation is insertion and deletion, we prefer list. Okay, if the frequent operation is retrieval, okay, retrieval of elements, sorry, retrieval of elements, we prefer tuple. Okay, so retrieval means what? For loop, correct? Retrieving means what? For loop. So only just insert and delete, come and sit and get out. Okay, so that kind of operations means insertion and deletion, so you have to utilize list. Okay, right? But no sir, at any given point in time I may have to fetch the elements of collection, right, as per my requirement. So retrieval means using for loop. So if you would like to go for retrieval operations many times, then it is recommended for tuple. Sir, retrieval operation will not work on list. Yes, retrieval operation will work on list for sure. Okay, but the point is it takes lots of time. Okay, so burden on interpreter also will be more. So that's the reason what the summary is. If it is retrieval operation, go for tuple. If it is only insertion deletion, go for list. Okay, and obviously one more point, right? If you wanted to modify the elements of collection in future, obviously you have to go for list. That's what the first point says. Okay, list is immutable and tuple is list is mutable and tuple is immutable, right guys? So these are certain differences between list and tuple. Let me give 1 minute and then I will proceed with the set. So shall I proceed? Okay, let's come here once again. Let's come here once again. So see, coming to set hetero, it accepts duplicates. What is saying duplicates? It will take but not display. Insertion is not present. This is a funny point in set, right? It will not display the elements in the same order how the way you have given. And set object is mutable. Okay. See, interesting point. Set object is mutable, but it will not allow mutables inside. Are you understanding the difference between this data type and element types? Set is a mutable object, but it will not allow mutable objects inside, meaning list in set is not possible, dictionary in set is not possible. That's what you have to understand, right? And since it is not preserved, no indexing, no slicing, So data type is mutable, so elements you can able to modify. That is very much possible in sets. Okay, so let's proceed and let's see some examples of set. Control N. So set 1. Now you see set x1, different set creations. Okay, s1 is equals to open and close, print s1, print type of s1. Okay, right now what is the another way to create a set? Set open and using set function, print s2 and print type of s2, right? Control s, f5. Can you see that? Are Bapre, what it is showing? Open flower braces. It is showing as class dict. Am I right? Class dict. What's happening here? Please observe. Sir, you said set we use with the flower braces, right? So empty flower braces, see, like empty square brace is list, empty normal brace is tuple. Likewise, empty flower brace must be set. No, why it is showing dictionary for me? Why it is showing dictionary for me? Type of empty flower brace is showing dictionary. What is that, sir? Whereas set function is giving a set only, right? But you see, list function will give empty list, tuple function will give empty tuple, but set function is displaying as it is, sir. Why it is not showing empty set? Like this is what empty set, no, it should show empty set. Like this is what empty tuple, right? This is what empty sorry, empty tuple is this and empty list is this, right? And empty empty set is not showing. Why? Whenever I gave empty set, it is taking as a dictionary, right? So what is this? What's happening here? What the point you have to understand is, okay, dictionary symbol is also flower brace only, right? So dictionary symbol is also flower brace. And the other point what you have to understand is there is no concept of empty set. Okay, set means it has to have some elements. Understanding? Set means it has to have some elements. You will never have empty set as such. Okay, empty set in nothing but set function, you can imagine as such. Okay, right? So then what is this, sir? Here if I see, flower braces represent for both set as well as dict. So empty flower brace is meant for empty dictionary but not set. That is what the point you have to understand. Okay, right. So let's proceed with normal creation. Print S3, Control S, F5. See, it is taking immutable elements, and whenever I printed, it is displaying in jumbling way. Okay, the way how you expect, it will not work. Okay, so what is the point you have to understand is indexing will not work. Why? See, try to print s3 of 0. Your assumption is in s3 of 0 10 is there, but you see interpreter has displayed 40. But when you try to execute, okay, and running, what it will be there in interpreter, god knows. So it will not work. Basically, set object is not what it is saying, subscript, one sec. So subscriptable, set object is not subscriptable. So point is, you are not supposed to perform indexing on sets. So if indexing is not working, slicing also will not work. Okay, basically indexing is not preserved. So that's the reason your insertion order is not preserved. That's the reason both indexing and slicing will not work. So let me show taking duplicates. Okay, I'm minimizing. Why? Because you have seen all these kind of concepts in previous list and set. So that's the reason small examples I'm taking and proceeding. Okay, so now let's see 40 and 50, right? Print of S4, control S F5. Okay, okay, so I need to comment this line, control S F5. You see 10, what is that? Okay, so let me take 6, control S F. Okay, can you see that? Can you observe something? Now again it is taken your list in zigzag way, but 20 and 40 we have given duplicates. Okay, but it is not displaying duplicates. But the point is what, sir? It is not showing any error also. This is what we have understood, right? So basically duplicates it will take, but it will not display. This is what the point I am stressing. See, it will take duplicates. Okay, it will take, but it will not display. Got it? Okay, now mutable in set is not possible. Am I right? Let me take s5 is equals to 10 comma 20, and now let me try to give 1 comma 2. Print s5. Do you think this will work? Unhashable type list. So basically s5 is not working. S5 contains one mutable element, so this is not going to work. So what you have to understand, so you can say these are like error. Just take this program, just take this. Taken. Shall I proceed? Control N, control S. So set to, right. So let's take set ex2. Okay, so insertion is order is not preserved, right? So then uh, how do we do retrieval of set elements? C, s equals to, s equals to, let me take s equals to 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 40. Okay, 30 comma 20 comma 50, right? So print of s. Now you see it is displaying unique elements only. Now for loop will work on s. For I in s, print I, control S F5. Can you see that? Can you see that for loop helps for us in retrieving the set elements? Okay, right. Now whether while is also working or not, let's try to understand. Okay, so basically if you see I equals to 0, while I lesser than or equals to your len of s, right? Print s of i, I plus equals to 1. Okay, so you guys understood this logic? Basically, len of s means what? It will give total number of elements present in my set. Okay, so print of s of I means what? S of 0. Okay, so while loop will work or not, let's check what it is saying. List object is not subscriptable. Okay, so the point what you need to understand is indexing concept does not support, but while works on, okay, while works on indexing concept only. Okay, therefore while is not going to work. Okay, while works, okay, let me, after writing this you can take while works based on indexing, therefore we can't apply while to retrieve set elements. Retrieve set elements. Okay, so last four lines you can put in comments if you want. These are not going to work, just for your understanding I have shown. Okay, right. Now let's proceed. Nested sets is possible, is not possible because why? Set does not accept mutable. Set in set is not possible. S equals to, you see, let me give 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. This is pure set in sets, right? So but your set elements will not take mutable, right? Let me check control s f5 what is saying. Okay, so nested sets is not possible in Python because sets are mutable. So mutable elements your set will not take. Getting my point? Fine, let's proceed. Shall I proceed? But what operations we, sir, at what point in time we have to go for set means, if you have to perform some mathematical operations like a union b, a intersection b, a difference b, a minus b, okay, symmetric difference, so these kind of operations to perform, you can utilize a set. See, you all must have studied in your schooling sets and relations concept, right? Maybe in our fourth, fifth, sixth standards, okay, in those years, correct, mathematics subject you must have studied sets and relations concept. The set concept whatever you have studied over there, the same applies here. Okay, the same applies here. Taken? Shall I proceed? Let's see list methods quickly. Control, shall I proceed now? Control n, control s. Okay, set 3. See, I am not showing that a union b, a intersection b, that those kind of simple examples, right? Probably you can check with in my notes and you can work on, right? Set methods. Okay, so help set control s F5. You can see, you can see set methods. Okay, there are multiple set methods are there: clear, copy, difference, add, intersection, update, disjoint, intersection, remove, pop. Okay, symmetric, difference, update, union, right? Okay, whenever this time permits for you, go ahead and google it and perform all these methods. Okay, it is for your benefit only, but I would like to, I don't want to give the list of methods as such, because we don't usually see utilize. See, I've done enough of data science and machine learning stuff, but you don't frequently use set anywhere. Okay, so that's the reason I would like to limit with only few functionalities. Okay, of sets. But you please, I shown how to, where to go and check and how to explore your set methods, right? As help, set, help, list, help, tuple, you will find every other functionality over there. Please go and explore. Okay, control S F5 here. Okay, let me move this into comment. Right, so S of add 100, print S, control S F5. See, it got added, but where it is getting added, why only first time, sir? You don't know. Okay, it can add anywhere. Okay, it is up to set. Okay, now let's say new set is equals to S dot copy, print of new set. Okay, new set got created, again it got shifted. See, the way how elements have inserted. Okay, copy paste we have done, but elements got shifted here and there. Okay, right. New, don't say news, don't read that like news, new set, don't get confused. Okay, now you can remove one element from your set, print S, control S F5. Can you see 50 I have removed, it has gone, right? So S dot pop, print of S, control S F5. So what it has done, tell me, pop will remove the first element in the set. Okay, the very, it's like pop operation, stack operations you write, push pop, right? Same. Okay, it will remove first element from the, removes first element. Okay, right. Now let's say S dot discard of 1000, print S. Means what? We are thinking that 1000 is one element present in set, we are trying to remove that. Okay, so control S F5. See, it is like not showing anything for us. See, discard value is not working. What the point you have to understand is, if 1000 is there, it will remove, else do nothing, it will not do anything. Whereas remove 500, remove 5000 we will perform for the above step. Control S F5, key error, remove 50,000 is key error. Basically what it is saying is, there is no, there is no element with a 50,000. Okay, so point is remove will give error. See, if 50,000 is there, it will remove, else display error, key error. Okay, display key error, right? Okay, fine. Now S dot remove, you can do once again your what we have removed, whatever, 40, and print S, control S F5. Okay, so you can comment this line to proceed further. Right, sir, discard. Can I do discard of 10? Print of S, control S, F5. Yes, discard of 10 is possible. Point is discard and remove both methods will work to remove your elements, right? But remove, if you give a different element which is not present in the set, it will throw error, whereas discard will not throw error. Okay. Okay. See guys, I have removed all the elements from the set using clear method. After removing all the elements, when I print S, it is showing set function. Set function. So what is the understanding? If it is showing set function, okay, again, there is no concept of empty set. Okay, set function represents empty set only, right? So these are like some methods of set object. But if you want to explore more on set object methods, you have to help set and sit and understand every other method. Okay. Fine guys, shall I proceed with the last one, dictionary? Okay, so let's proceed with the dictionary. Once last, we'll come and see our dictionary. Okay, so you see, dictionary is also one of the important data type, mutable type. If you are people who are willing to go for data science, machine learning, list, tuple, set, dictionary, all these things, you have to be so good at it. And out of all this, again, list and dictionary are topmost priority. Okay, right. So once last, we'll see the properties of dictionary. Heterogeneous, yes. Okay, you can store multiple type of elements in dictionary. Elements, when I say, either key or value, right? Dictionary, we use flower braces. Duplicates in dictionary, please see the point. Keys, no, it will take but overwrites values. Means what? I would like to explain that point. Okay, so just see this. So D1 is one of the dictionary for you. Let us say one, you are giving one like this, and one you are giving new one. I'm just writing some value. Okay, and let's say 2 colon, you are giving 2. Just imagine we are giving a, so what is this? Duplicates we are talking. Okay, now let's say 3 colon 2. Okay, so what is this? See, in place of key, in place of key, first key, 1 is there. In place of second key also 1 is there, right? So whenever you give like this, it will not display any error. But in future, if you are trying to display D1 dictionary of my key value 1 is how much, if you ask what it will display, it will display the new one only. Okay, the latest value which you have assigned for that duplicate key, it will take the latest value only. Okay, so that's what it is. Keys you can have duplicates, but only the latest value only it will consider. Means what? one is being overridden with a new one. Fine, that's what about keys in the dictionary. Now coming to values, you see, you can have values like this duplicates, not an issue. Okay, multiple type, you can have values like this duplicates, not an issue. Point is, if you ask for d1 of 2 also, it will give two, d1 of 3 also, it will give 2wo. Okay, see point this, please compare it with your regular English dictionary. In the English dictionary, left hand side, do you have same words anytime? No, right? So left hand side, you will never have same words, right? Only unique words you will have at the left hand side. And right hand side, for one word, if you have one meaning, the same meaning can have for some other word also. Am I right or wrong? So that's how it is, based on the pure regular dictionary concept only. Our dict data type has been derived. Okay, so you see keys, no. Actually, it is no. But if you see inside, it will take but overrides. Values is yes, duplicates you can present. And insertion order is preserved. Insertion order is preserved means what? You see here, you taken this as like first key, sorry, first item. This as like second item, okay, and this as like third item, and this is like fourth item. The moment when you display d1 exact, it will print the same fashion. Okay, it will print the same fashion. Fine, so it will not take any zigzag way. Fine, okay, so that's what. But as insertion order is preserved, indexing and slicing concept is possible in dictionary? No, not applicable. See, don't think that this is 0, this is 1, this is 2. There is no concept of indexing for dictionaries, guys, because dictionary does not contain elements, dictionary contains items. Okay, try to understand. Item is a combination of key value pair. So that's the reason what you have to understand is, there is no concept of d1 of 0, d1 of 1, d1 of 2, d1 of 3 like this. Okay, only d1 of 1 will work. D1 of name, imagine left side name is there and right side your name is there, it will work like that. Okay, d1 of keys it will work, not d1 of indexes. So no concept of indexing. Obviously, when there is no concept of indexing, no concept of slicing as well, right? Your dictionary elements, keys must be immutable, values can be anything. This point I have discussed differences between list and tuple. Keys must be immutable. So you can have your tuple as like a key in the dictionary, provided tuple contains all immutable elements, right? Okay. So you can, and I request you, please make some 7 8 points out of this table for every heading. Okay. And while going to the interviews as such, for the terms, in terms of collections concept, this table helps a lot. Okay, straight, this table will give the summary of entire your collections. Okay, let's proceed. Control S, Control N, Control S. So dict 1, dict EX. Okay, so dict creations. So D1 is equals to, start off with a very simple dictionary. Printed D1. Okay, sorry. Before this, I would like to D1 is equals to dict open and close, print D1, print type of D1. This will give empty dictionary, and dict open and close, print D2, print type of D2, right? So let me give D3 is equals to a sample dictionary, and print D3, control S F5. So you basically say empty flower braces will give class dict, which you have already seen in the first example of set. And empty dict function gives empty dictionary class dict, and this is the normal dictionary. Just take this, I'll proceed. Okay, so hetero d4 is equals to, right? So 10 colon 10, that's okay. Now 11.11 colon, I'm saying it is uh, true. Okay, fine. Let me say 3 plus 4j is equals to, right? We will take 4 plus 3j. Some dummy stuff just for you to make understand. It can take any type of elements. Okay, right? Okay, so duplicates, as I was pointing you out, same example which I gave, let me take 1 colon new one, right? 2 colon two, comma 3 colon also two, right? Now print d5. Okay, print d5. You have taken how many? 4 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 items, 4 key value pairs. But you see in the result, it will show only 3 items. What happened to 1 colon ONE1? That got overridden with 1 colon new ONE1. Understand? So basically, that's what I'm saying. Keys cannot contain duplicates. Okay, it will take, okay, the concept is it will not give any error for us. It will take, but it will take the latest value and put it in the answer finally. Okay, so just take this. So insertion order, let me write that here only. Insertion order is preserved, right? So indexing works how, you see, d1, sorry, d5 of 1 is how much? So print of d5 of 1, d5 of 1, control S F5. It is saying how much? New underscore 1. This is the way you have to extract your values based on your keys. d5 of 2. Let me also print d5 of 3. For both 2 and 3, it will give same answer, right? So that's how it is. You can have values duplicates, not an issue. Got it? One last program you take. Shall I proceed? insertion order is preserved, we fetch values by using keys. Just write on that line. We fetch values by using keys. Okay, fine. So fine then. I will pause here. Yeah, yeah. Okay.